We are standing on the edge of the Pialligo Redwoods, near the southern boundary of Canberra Airport. Pialligo Redwoods form part of water-burly griffins designed for the city of Canberra, defining with exotic evergreen trees its eastern boundary. This plantation complemented a western plantation of Roman cypress, which still exists to the west of the city and south of the National Arboretum. Griffin envisaged the plantation as a necessary part of his scheme for a recreational park at Eastlake and having potential as part of a local forest industry. Griffin's vision was never realised. Eastlake never became a lake, and the trees he insisted on were totally unsuitable for this site. Redwoods are native to the coasts of California and require 1,500 to 2,000 millimetres of rain a year, whereas Canberra only has about 620. Charlie Weston was officer in charge of afforestation for the new city and strongly advised against the species that Griffin had set his heart on. But Griffin prevailed. Between 1918 and 1920, 120,000 redwoods were planted in this area, the major planting being of Sequoia sempervirens, dawn redwood, with a smaller number of Sequoia dendron giganteum, giant redwood. As Weston had predicted, the majority of plantings quickly died, and by 1921 only 35,000 were left. Further deaths, fires and tree removal for a runway extension have resulted in there only being about 900 trees left. Remarkably, these trees have survived Canberra's climate for more than a century. The remnant 12-hectare Pialligo Redwood plantation is listed on the Commonwealth Heritage List as important for a number of things. Firstly, it demonstrates one of Griffin's landscape concepts for Canberra. Secondly, its association with Griffin and Weston, both significant figures in the early development of Canberra, is an important one. Thirdly, it is famed for being the largest redwood forest to be established in Australia. These trees are not usually planted in Australia in plantations, but as specimen trees in gardens, large gardens, because they're such a big tree. It is also regarded as important as a horticultural research and teaching site. The thing that I find interesting about this forest plantation is that it's so different to the sequoias that you would see if you went to Sequoia National Park and other national parks in California. There the trees are huge. I remember driving through the middle of the trunk of one tree. There's a very famous photograph of that. As you can see, these trees behind me have gone through a great deal of stress over the summer. We have very hot days in January, indeed a record temperature on one day of 44 degrees. In early January this year, a fire started in one corner of the plantation. Fortunately, only a small number of trees were damaged as the fire swept away eastward towards Queanbeyan. Good rains have since fallen in the area, but only time will tell how many of these trees have survived.